Hello, beautiful collective. I have a reading for the weekend for you. Let's create the space together. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath, settle into your heart. If there's any intentions that you would like to set for this reading, now's the time. And I'm going to call in my spirit guides, healing guides, channeling guides, ancestors, and any benevolent beings that would like to channel messages through me. I am open to that, and you're very welcome here now, okay? All right, let me take a card for represents you and where you're at right now, and then we'll get into some of the weekend energies. We have the wheel, beautiful, beautiful energy. This is the turning of a cycle. This is coming into a new cycle of being. I feel like this is going to be a very creative cycle for you, where you're going to be able to really take the lessons that you've learned from the previous cycle into something new that you're doing with a lot more wisdom and clarity and perspective, okay? I feel you really having a good balance of what you want to share with the world and what is sacred to you, okay, in this new cycle. You're really standing in your power with the wheel card. This is really beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, let's see where you've been coming from, honey. The Six of Pentacles, nice. Okay, so you have a really good like understanding of, I think in this last cycle, you've really learned how to give and how to receive, okay? You're in a place where you can be very giving, but also you know when to ask for help, okay? You have the energy of Horus, so this is like really beautiful perspective, okay? And also there's something here in regards to having the resources to help, you know, energies around you, to give to energies around you. And it's like in a very balanced way. Like you've learned how to do it in like a really balanced way, okay? All right, let's see, what are you overcoming right now? King of Cups. You're mastering, overcoming. Oh, wow, beautiful. Okay, you're mastering and overcoming and like, you know, really honing into your emotional intelligence, okay? You're somebody that is wanting to open up to the blessings of the universe, okay, with the Divine Feminine card. You're very heart-centered right now, okay, collective? This is really beautiful work. Thank you so much. Like I see you wanting to become a safe space for people. I see you for your community, your family, for yourself. I see you, you know, wanting to connect deeply from the heart, okay? To be able to express your love, to be able to be a generous, loving human with the Divine Feminine card here. This is really beautiful. It's interesting because when I chose this deck in particular, they showed me the Divine Masculine card, and that's why I chose it. But it's interesting that the Divine Feminine is coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Divine Masculine does show up. That would be pretty magical. But the King of Cups does give that like masculine energy. So this is very balanced, like heart space energy, okay? You're really wanting to like come into balance between it's like a emotionally intelligent masculine, okay, and a very open, soft, Divine Feminine ready to receive, okay? Let's see, what's happening in your life right now at the moment? Okay, so Wheel of Mars. At the moment, you could be going through a very tumultuous time, like, or it could feel very tumultuous for you. You could feel like you're a little bit out of sorts. Okay, it could feel like, you know, there are some things like that you're at war with. There are some things that are at war with you, but there is some kind of heavy like energy around. There's something that you could be feeling pretty fired up about, or there's somebody around you that feels fired up about something. Like But the will of Mars really is about, you know, releasing control, surrendering control, because at the end of the day, you know, there are certain energies in the universe that we can't control and that we need to surrender and learn how to harness instead of fighting against. Okay, so there could be something that you're learning. You're like, I can't fight this anymore. I have to learn how to work with it. Okay, so I see that in your life, like you are kind of like coming into this like wisdom of like not fighting things anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna let them. I'm hearing just let them. Okay, I have somebody in my life that's reading that book and they keep telling me about it, and that's what just came through. Just let them. Like if they want to fight, they can fight, but I'm not going to do it, okay? Because I'm over here in like my divine feminine King of Cups era. I have emotional intelligence. Like I'm just going to like release control when it comes to this, okay? Whatever the situation is. All right, what could be coming in for you this weekend? What kinds of energies could be coming in for you this weekend? Ten of Swords, completions, okay, with that Wheel of Fortune, okay, you're completing cycles of pain, all right, Ten of Swords in reverse, you're completing cycles of pain, of feeling betrayed, Ten of Pentacles, and you're focusing that energy on your long-term projects, on your long-term abundance, okay, and Seven of Swords, there could be potential of you being able to look at something from a different angle, okay? You're going to be able to look at something from a different perspective and use that energy for your advantage, okay? Ten of Swords in reverse. Some kind of betrayal that happened, you're going to see a different perspective now. And you're going to be like, you know what? If it wasn't for that thing that happened to me, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now. So Seven of Swords, like I'm going to take that energy, I'm going to take those lessons and I'm going to make them work for me, okay? There also could be an energy of someone in your life coming in here and, you know, they could reflect to you some parts of you that maybe sometimes you like tend to keep hidden away, or like, you know, they could reflect to you like some kind of mask that you wear. And I don't want you to take that like in a bad way. This is a good thing, okay, with the Ten of Pentacles. I just think that, you know, you're going to be clarifying or getting some like better perspective in regards to what that end game looks like for you, okay? I would say that in any communication that you have, that you know, you realize that people can only meet you where they have met themselves, okay? Like if there's a person in your life that you have to have some kind of communication with and you feel like they're not giving you all of the information that you're asking for or that you expect, just remember that they can only reveal to you how much they, you know, are able to, the capacity that they have to reveal to themselves, okay? So there is something here about like getting over some kind of betrayal energy, moving past some kind of like, I don't love the snakes, the Ten of Swords in reversal with the Seven of Swords kind of coming in here, but you're pretty solid with that Ten of Pentacles. Like you're kind of like not phased by these energies. I think if any of this comes through, you're kind of going to be like, I think that's actually what the Wheel of Mars energy is about, you know, where you're kind of like, whatever. If they want to lie, they can lie. That's not going to hurt me, okay? Because I'm over here fucking like planning for my future, setting my goals, working towards my future, okay? Attracting abundance, please. You're in the divine feminine energy. Like, can't nobody mess with you, okay? But just be very mindful of people around you wearing masks that, you know, they just want to come in and take information from you, okay? About what you're doing, about what your future plans are. What are those future plans? And they could not, you know, these people, sometimes they're so unconscious, honey, like they're like, what do they call those people that are like, non-something players. Oh my God. I forgot what the word is, but it's kind of like you don't even like they just don't even matter in your like end game, okay? So there is something here in regards to you kind of like surrendering a fight with somebody that's like, you know, hiding things from you, whatever, and just being like, you know what, that's fine because where I'm going, there's no space for you any damn way. Okay. So there could be some things kind of coming up to the forefront right now, communication that gets a little fiery. But again, like I want to very much like drive in or like make it very clear that you are standing really strong in like your in your power. Okay, you're a compassionate human. You're learning how to be compassionate. You're learning how to be understanding. And sometimes when you're in that, like when you're so open, you do tend to attract, you know, like these kind of like weird energies over here, and you're going to have to be very grounded and discerning about what you let in. Okay, just remember your end game, and I think that you're going to be good. And don't, you know, if there's anything that you're working on, it's, you just got to treat it like a little, you know, incubating baby. Like, you know, treat it very gently. Like, don't go and blab everything about what you're working on. Okay, can you please clarify this Seven of Swords energy, Spirit? The Hierophant and the Two of Pentacles. I think this has something to do with balancing some kind of like yeah, it's like I don't know, there's an energy here of balancing how much you share in regards to what you know. I think I said something like that. Like you could be somebody that really, yeah, like you could be somebody that people come to for advice a lot. You could be like a therapist or something like that. And sometimes you feel like people just want to like, you know, take advantage of that from you. And so you're like, it's hard for you sometimes to balance like, wait, you know, this is what I get paid for. You can't just take from me and like, you know, expect to not give me something in return. You're learning how to balance what you give, how much information you give. Okay. What is this Wheel of Mars in regards to, Spirit? I'm going a little bit not in order, but that's okay. What is this Wheel of Mars in regards to, Spirit? I'm just following the energy, following guidance here. Yeah, so Seven of Cups in reverse. This Wheel of Mars is in regards to distracting energy. Honestly, I just really feel like this is riffraff around you. Ugh, honey, like you just really need some good boundaries. Seven of Cups just reminds me of like that Piscean energy that is just like everywhere, what is it? Everything, everywhere, all at once. Okay, you're just like all over the place, and that's kind of what creates these like really, I don't know, just like fire. Like you just let things get out of hand sometimes, okay? So this is really about you grounding, Ten of Pentacles, grounding in your truth, grounding in your integrity, grounding in your values, okay? And not allowing yourself to get distracted when shit hits the fan, you stay grounded, okay? You contain your energy. You don't let yourself get taken by the riffraff around you. What is this Ten of Swords, Spirit? Ten of Swords, Spirit. King of Cups. Interesting. Yeah. So very much you kind of like anchoring in compassion, anchoring in understanding, anchoring in nurturing energy, instead of, you know, like judging, or instead of, gosh, what's the word? Like wallowing in like regret of the Ten of Swords, some kind of, there's like this compassionate energy that you're bringing into the situation this weekend, okay? There's like this deep understanding, you being able to understand, like instead of feeling victimized by this Ten of Swords, that's what I wanted to say. Instead of feeling victimized by this Ten of Swords, something has empowered you. Like you're now just more understanding. This Ten of Swords situation made you like more compassionate, okay? What is, oops, that's way too many cards. Ten of Pentacles, the Magician comes in to clarify the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you're manifesting. Wait, I accidentally, that is so funny. I didn't notice that I did that. Hold on. Here it is. I accidentally took that Two of Pentacles out. So this is you manifesting this Ten of Pentacles, okay? Very much like after, you know, like just learning some really powerful lessons, heart-based lessons, heart chakra lessons, you're now manifesting this Ten of Pentacles. And that's where you really need to focus your energy this weekend, okay? There will be some things that want to come in here and distract you, but you're looking so strong with this King of Cups and the Divine Feminine. King of Cups comes in twice. So there could be someone that comes into your field this weekend with that kind of King of Cups energy, okay? You might have the opportunity to kind of like extend your compassion to somebody that might be feeling kind of like victimized over a betrayal, okay? And you kind of come in with your wisdom of like, you know, it says more, like I hear somebody saying, what they did says more about them than what it meant for you, okay? And remember, you have that Hierophant card too. So this could be, I also see actually for some of you that you could be like, looking for therapy. You could be looking for help. You could be trying to figure out how to balance your finances in order to ask for help from somebody, from like a mentor or something in regards to, you know, like some things that you want to glow up with. Like your mind is very much on this Ten of Pentacles. You're very much manifesting this Ten of Pentacles. But hey, you know what? If we're still here on this planet, there's still growth to do. And I think that maybe, you know, there's still some things about you that you don't understand about yourself. And you're like, I want to understand myself better. And so like, you know, you're calling in this, this mentor, therapist, coach, I don't know, an elder, somebody to help you with this, okay? And you're like figuring out how you're going to do that and add that into your life, what that's going to look like financially even, okay? Let me see, is there any other clarifying cards? Can you tell me more about this King of Cups and Divine Feminine that they're mastering, this energy that they're mastering? Too many cards. High Priestess. Okay, yeah, honey. You're good. Like you're just really, you're really working on your intuition, okay? Like you are so intuitive. You can see bullshit from a mile away. So you're doing really good. Focus on your intuition. Like your discernment is on point. I have the Hierophant and the High Priestess and the Magician here. These are very spiritual energies in your field, okay? So there could be, you know, you could have like an energy that comes into your life, some like an energy that really like matches where you're at. And you could be, you know, have an opportunity to like share with someone that has like very magical energy too, something that you're working on and being like, this is what I'm manifesting. But again, use your discernment about who you're sharing your goals and ideas with, and you know, be very mindful of that, because that Seven of Swords card is here. Sometimes that could be trickster energy, especially with that Magician, where somebody can give you like the perfect amount of, like they can be giving you the perfect information. They could be saying exactly what you want to hear, and boom, they take some kind of like they'll take some like idea from you that you were like, wait, I didn't want to say that. Okay. So be mindful of any distractions, be mindful of any riffraff coming into your energy. Be aware of important meetings with important people that bring you, you know, clarity of mind, compassion, bring you some kind of like clue of how to balance your energy more, how to work towards that end game goal that you have going on here, because you are very much in this like very like moving ahead of like your, you know, you came from the Six of Pentacles where you have some good karma for giving and receiving. You're going into a transitional like time into a 10 of Pentacles energy. Okay. Be this 10 of Pentacles, it keeps coming up in my readings, be all end all of like your life, you know, your legacy. Okay. So that's what you're working on. That's what you're manifesting. And I just have to say this one more time. They're showing me here. Use your intuition. When you feel like somebody is hiding something from you, if you feel like somebody's trying to take energy from you, like kind of like siphon energy from you, okay? I'm also seeing use like your tools, use your tools on how to balance your energy and what you like. I see somebody, you know, kind of like going in like incognito almost, you know, like don't show all your cards all at once. Leave a little bit of mystery, okay? Because there are people here. I don't know. That's like a little last minute thing. Just use your discernment, okay? All right, beautiful people. I'll see you soon for another reading. Enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you soon.